going on, people? Welcome to the Flex and KG show.
All right.
Hey, listen, me and KG are jet lagged as hell. And every single bit of content we've done over the last couple of weeks have felt like basically it's an extension of the Flex and KG show. But this is the real Flex and KG. Bro, the last Flex and KG show we did, too hot, camera melted, had to turn it off.
And we had to get out of there. You know what's mad, yeah? Some people said, where you going? And I said, you obviously know me, fam. I'm not working under these conditions. Are you mad? Bro, nah. And he's just tapping me, Flex is tapping me off camera like, keep going. No.
It was
too hot. No, it was 100 and nah. Vegas. Hot. That was, I was in the air fryer.
100%. We were on the bridge on the Las Vegas Boulevard with the Perspex glass front and back, and it was just going through there, making it even hotter. Nah, man. Move, man. Get me off this bridge, man. It's too hot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, you look, we've covered bare topics, man. You lot just hold that, man. It's too hot.
Yeah, no, it was what it was.
That's what it felt like.
I didn't even like. I went to go and have a look at the comments. I said, nah, there's no point. Like, it is what it is.
Just triggered by people moaning at you.
Yeah, literally, I had to just, you know what I mean?
It was mad.
And
it was mad. It was mad.
Yeah.
But we're back. We're back in the normal temperatures of cold England in this dead summer. Back to the Flex and KG show and more stuff to discuss, man. This is it, man. The season's around the corner. We're going to talk about our expectations. We're going to talk about our transfer window so far. But at the top of the show, we have to talk about Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire wants... Yes, he wants the United exit, and according to the Evening Standard, they have said Harry Maguire is ready for a fresh challenge and is excited by the prospect of a move to play under David Moyes with West Ham. And then our good friend Melissa Reddy, last sort of couple of hours ago on Sky, she was basically alluding to the fact that there's a willingness on both sides to get that deal done in the region of £35 million. There's Man United have been more flexible on the price for Maguire and want to get it done. They want to. They don't want to stand in his way of getting regular minutes, etc., etc. The lip service of the thing that's in public of they're happy to keep him at the same time. No, they're not. They're not. They're just, you know what I mean. They're just saying that.
Negotiation zone.
And damn right. I think West Ham come with something stupid like 20 million before. We said, "Are you stupid?"
Come on.
Gone up to. They then went to 30. I think we didn't like that, and going up to around 35. I wanted the 40. I think. He's worth 40. I thought we could have got 40, but 35 is what it is. It's going to be that maximum clearly, which is fine. What are you saying about that? It's all about the sales now.
Right now, I'm in a good place, man. Now I remember we had a little chat with Danny Simpson, and that was good because it was after it was like me and you had a little bit of a debate about fans booing and this, that, and the other. Yeah. Look, Flex. Fans are going to show their disappointment because they weren't booing in the beginning. They just started booing in that moment. You was like, nah, there's no time when them players should get booed. And I said, well, when does a fan show their discontent with somebody that's at the club and stuff? And someone that's not, because my thing with Maguire is like, bro, read the room. Like, you can't keep putting yourself in situations like this where, like, I think the goodwill's gone. The goodwill amongst United fans and it's completely finished. You've lost your armband, and this is the point. This is the conversation I had with Danny Simpson. I was like, bro, like, you gotta tell him. You gotta be a friend and say it's time to go. Like, don't mess around. I said, even with the De Gea thing, I was on it from early. I said, if I was De Gea's friend, there's no way he would have been mugged off as long as he was. Someone should pull Harry Maguire to the side and say, mate, you've lost your captaincy under the most extreme circumstances. You didn't even do anything. It's not like you did that thing when you was on holiday before. You just lost your captaincy.
He didn't do a Xhaka and throw it on the ground or something.
You did nothing. You just literally pulled up for before preseason, and you heard your shirt's gone. You heard your armband's gone. You started 8 games last season, or 8 or 7 games last season, and they're putting a left back before you in the biggest matches of their lives. They don't want you. That's as clear as after that. We don't need to say fight for my shirt. What are you fighting for? If you played 8 games last time as captain and came on and had the little 5-6 minutes at the end, I don't think they want you around. There's no fight. The fight's over. Like he in the Simpsons analogy, he's already dead, fam.
He's
like,
already dead, yeah.
Like, Snuffy's already dead. This is, I didn't know how much he needed to see, but he's like, I'm staying this club and this, that. But then I think the Irish fans took it just over the, they did it. They were the straw. You know, that breaks the camel's back or something like that. That was the piece. He was like, wow, like I made a mistake, but they don't like, this is bad where they're booing me, but then it comes doubly. It comes even worse when now they're just clapping everything I do, and I just look stupid. You know what I mean?
He's the pantomime villain now, isn't he? And he's the meme, and he's the guy subjected to ironic cheers when he does something well. Like he went on a little bit of a run with a ball, went past a couple of players and passed it. Then there's an irony to the cheers, where it's kind of like, not worse than booze, because booze I think is the ultimate.
It's worse. I think
it's like to ironically cheer, to say, "Oh my god, you done something good." Like it's like, yeah. But here's the thing, though. I slightly push back on. Well, I agree with everything you said. So I'm not pushing back on that. But I think that he did know the writings on the wall. I don't really necessarily buy into the fact that he really thought that he could stay this summer. I just think it's West Ham. Look how long it took with the Declan Rice situation for them to get their P's and all of that. I think he was always going to go this summer. I think he was always going to go this summer. I do. I don't think the booing is what made him in the last couple of days go, I need to leave. I think if it was going to be anything that happened this summer, it's the captaincy thing. And then knowing that it was already, because even if he chose to stay before that booing thing even happened, the other day at the Aviva, let's be real, bro. Like you just said, you labeled it all perfectly correctly in the perfect order. You know you've been stripped to the captaincy. You know you only started 7 to 8 games last year, and you know you're arguably 5th choice, bro. Not even 4th choice, 5th choice centre back. Because, like you said, the Luke Shaw thing. So I think he knew that all along.
But he was hoping. I think he was. You know what the?
But how though? How? When? Think about it this way. Think about it this way. Do you seriously think? Yeah. Think about our manager, bro. Yeah. Just think about our manager for 2 secs, and he's brought Harry in to say you're not the captain anymore off the back of the season that he had last year.
Mm-hmm.
Where in Harry Maguire's mind do you think he ever thought, but if I just stay, I could probably win him over? Or no chance.
Well, no
chance.
This is where, and this is the pushback that I'm going to offer right now is
the
captaincy is heavy at Man United. Mm-hmm. Valencia saying with the shirt number, with the number 7 shirt, get it off me. Yeah. The captaincy for Maguire, while he still wanted to be captain and he was extremely disappointed, as he told us, he was probably thinking, now the pressure's off. I'm not the captain anymore. They're not looking at me. Remember, this is the same guy that says, I've got nothing to prove. Yeah. You take the linchpin of you take the heavyweight, of the captaincy of me, then after I should be able to play my game because.
But what game? But what game? How? When?
This is a thing, Flex.
For who? Who's he going to play instead of?
When Maguire goes to West Ham,
it'd be fine.
Won't be a good defender there. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah, so but at Man United though.
This is it though. I think he's probably, the little part of his mind is saying, I'm actually a good player. However, the captaincy and expectations that everyone has on me is a bit ridiculous. Now I've removed, and that's what the manager probably told him when he sold it to him. Said, listen,
but he's lying.
Yeah, of course. But then you believe what remember me and you had so many arguments over this thing about players and this, that, and the other, and you hear what you want to hear. It don't matter what it is. So you could say to me, boom, I think this, and as a player, I might be listening to the manager saying, well, you just think if I get rid of this captaincy,
I've got a chance.
I've got a good chance.
No, I don't think there's any way. I don't think there's any way that Harry Maguire saw that there was a way back. I don't. Especially after getting stripped to the camp. You think that he was that naive to think that he could stay and play?
And this is the last part of the conversation with Danny. He said, listen, now the captaincy off, he can play his football. Yeah, and I was saying
that even. Yeah, he plays football, but it's not here.
I said, nah, blood.
Not here, bro. Our manager's never going to play him.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
Again, our manager is he's wild. And even as soon as Johnny Evans, because I said this, as soon as Johnny, remember I said, look, guys, he's going. Like I was so convinced this guy's going. As soon as Johnny Evans pulled up, yeah. As soon as I saw Johnny, I said, "Yo,
Who shouldn't be getting a contract, by the way, as well. Come on, we've seen him in pre-season. It wasn't even.
Yeah, I understand flex, but we got.
But it's not going to be if Maguire goes, we're going to get this other kid.
Todibo, right?
Todibo, yeah, exactly.
Is
what has been tipped, and he looks good. Yeah. You know what I was saying to you on a plane yesterday?
Yeah,
that we need the new young Varane.
You need
a Saliba up and coming. You need a Levi Colwill up and coming. We need that guy because the Ghost and Rafe Fanum, he's my favorite, but I'm not under any illusions. He's getting older. The injuries are going to kick in. The demands of how we want to play as well. Obviously, he can cope. He's big man. Man. So he's going to be fine for this season. But let's be honest, if we get to the end of the season, there's a decision to be made, isn't there? Really, of him being the main one. I'm not saying sell him, get rid. I'm just saying, like, you need that guy because when Varane's not going to be able to do all the games. So
you need someone in waiting.
You need someone in waiting and someone who's going to be. And this 23-year-old Todibo, like you said, strong, powerful, quick, physical. That's the script. That's the partner.
Always had their eyes again. The Kim Min-jae thing we weren't ready for. Kim Min-jae was.
He's like too good of a replacement. If you get Kim Min-jae, you have to say Varane, you're not the guy anymore.
Yeah,
because in Kim Min-jae's well, because he's that good.
Oh yeah.
He needs to be playing now. He's I'm playing every game. I'm Kim Min-jae. I just won Defender of the Year. We talking about? Just won the league.
Wicked. Yeah. And so Man United have always been planning for this. That's the thing. They've always been their eyes have been firmly on the defense and how they're not excited with Maguire and what he offers to the team and stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm happy where we find ourselves. I'm happy that Man United have been shopping Maguire. I'm happy that they probably like 35 million is probably what they hopefully should get. And it makes sense. Someone with such a high contract, I know Owen was talking about that for the longest time, saying, look, we got to be realistic in what we're asking for a player that, well, how much is worth in terms of the wages. We have to accept this is the best deal we're going to get. Now the player wants to move. I'm still of the feeling that he would have sat tight if he needed to, but now he knows. I think he would have. I think he said.
Well, you think the Dublin thing was the last thing for him? Where he went,
I think that was straw, bro. I think them man were cheering at him. They'll just cheer.
That happened on tour last year. That happened when he was in America as well.
This one
not
was
the booze, but the ironic.
No,
this one was the worst because it was straight up booze. Then it changed to cheers 5 minutes after that. But let's face it, we was on tour, bro. You were there last year in Australia. We went, don't do him like that when they read out the name. Come on, man, allow him. We said it then. Then he's gone through all of this year. Then when we was in the States, bro, the same thing happened. When we was playing against Real Madrid, the same thing. And against whatever game was at that. No, NRG was Real Madrid. Who was the other team we played? What's the Dortmund one? It was the Dortmund one. Here it was. We was in the press box saying the same thing, bro. Hearing the ironic cheers or the couple of just the uneasy crowd noise when his name's even read out. It's been there. It's been there. And then the Dublin one was crazy. Yeah, of course.
Because they were on his side in the beginning. Even in the readout, everything was blessed.
Yeah, it was the extra. Again, it was the extra ironic cheers.
Yeah, no. Before it went to irony, they were just, hey, listen, they keep it real in Ireland. They ain't gonna mess around with you. They'll tell you exactly how they feel.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's one thing about these lots of people that if they feel a certain way.
You're gonna
know straight away.
Yeah, big up. Do you know what? Big up all of our Irish viewers as well, because we've met a lot of you as well. And just if you know Irish people in life, you lot are very proud people, very heart on your sleeve. And like Kate, I agree, you will say it as it. Very, very similar to Caribbean and African people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
they always say with black cultures and Irish. Listen, yeah, we had the same struggle.
Yeah, bro. They say and Red Key's the king of me. Just do your job.
Do your job. It's the saying to Onana. They're saying he's doing it. He's there. That's what he's there to do. That's what he's there to do. Do me a favor. What's all this? All this clapping, all this smiling. The guy's doing his job. He crosses the white line. Do me a favor. They're a big baby. 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 Clapping somebody. I didn't look for the praise for doing my job. I don't.
No, Josh had the best one as well. Josh said, Roy Keane, imagine Roy Keane in America and dealing with people looking for tips.
They poured me the drink, they poured down with the food. We're not going to pay them extra for it. It's the job. That's literally what they get paid to do. Their job. It's my job to be a customer. It's my job to pay for the food. It's my job to eat the food. It's their job to bring it. It's their job.
I'm dead. No, but listen, they got to.
Roy Keane. Wait, where Roy Keane? Nah, bro, Roy Keane's unveiling the shirt, fam.
What?
What do you mean, what? Oh, you've been sleeping.
I haven't seen it. I've been asleep. Look at my eyes, Flex.
Oh, I know.
I ain't seen Jack. You say this on X?
Wait, bro, what? Roy Keane's like, bro, he's in the he's doing the shirt.
Nah.
I've got to send it to you.
What about
we're
the
live.
Reds? What about the Reds? They must be mad.
It's tight. Some people are saying taking the Glazers' money. Other people are like, listen, it's Roy Keane. It's wicked. He's doing the proper, like, it's not no like little thing. It's like the proper. Look, I just sent it to you in your DM. It's a proper like thing, like a real life thing. Like Roy Keane's back at the club, like first.
No,
yeah, it's wicked.
Roy Keane, let me watch it. A real reaction.
Well, let's remind you of the terms.
Look at this reaction.
Marcus Rashford.
Wait, we're gonna get. Is this copyright strike or not?
I'll put it on thingy.
Put it on mute so you can hear it in your headphones.
No. All right.
Real life reaction. KG didn't even know this happened.
Oh, I need this shirt though. This shirt. Oh, the background, Roy Keane. We expect a lot. Casemiro. Big for no reason. BFG settings. Garnache. The sun will rise. Nah.
Real life reaction, guys. Couldn't make it. Couldn't make it up.
Wait, would you get in return? What's on offer? Dear job. Hey, this is hard. It's Manchester United. So there it is. Oh, no small print. Sign the line. Look at with the legs up. Didn't you? Before you were even born. Yep, absolutely. Make them fans. That's hard. Wait, languages? No.
Prawn sandwich brigade, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what? I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
He's a legend, bro.
Because some people, I said this, me and Owen were talking about this, where people saying, how do you feel about the Roy Keane thing? Because obviously, like saying, some people are saying, oh, it's on the Glazers payroll, you're just trying to promote the shirt and rare. You could look at it that way. Owen said, you could technically be smart about it. He could say, I've got to deal with Adidas. That's who I've got to deal with. You know what I mean? But it's one in the same new shirt deal. It's the same kind of vibe. Right. Look at Ian Wright. Ian Wright's sponsored by Adidas kind of thing. He's part of everything. And there's something about having your thoroughbred legends about the place.
Real ones.
And especially Roy Keane, because in 05, like I said, since then, it's like, it hasn't been nice. Do you know what I mean?
This is why you had to rate
and really, for him to even be in there doing that, he's cussed the Glazers and bare things at the football club.
No, and this is why this is what nicely segues us to the manager. Mr. Ten Hag, Eric Ten Hag. Eric, you're not going to have fun under my watch. Eric, I'm so serious. Yeah. Eric has made some significant changes at the club. The main thing is, like we can say, Roy Keane was so far in the outs before, especially even in the Fergie and Fergie's fledglings in terms of any other manager that's kind of been a super like acolyte of Fergie. Roy Keane just not had his true in. He's had friendships again, Ollie and this, that, and the other. But I remember them having a conversation, and then Ten Hag was like, "I'll send you tickets to the final. Like, you'll be there. Like, you'll be on my comps list, bro." Little things like that is important because you want to reestablish that relationship with the ex-legends. And that's one thing that he has done. So now for him to feel warm enough, to feel like this is his club enough to now be in an advert like this, I don't think, because the way we let go of Roy Keane was acrimonious, bro. It was nuts.
Of course, but he says in the book, and so Alex says it, like they just clashed in it. It was two fiery personalities. That's
I'd love them to fix it.
Yeah,
with the
I
time
think it's not as bad as it was, but I think he still says I'm not apologizing, kind of thing.
That's fine,
You
but
know
I'd love them to just be friends. Like even he went at the unveiling and the statue and stuff like that. I just want them to they did great things together.
Exactly.
It would be nice. It would be like life's too short to leave it the way it is. But then this is a good little step in that direction. You know what I mean? This is a good little moment in terms of the legend should be linked with the club. You should see that. I like how Arsenal fans get excited about seeing Ian Wright. Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying. He's part of the furniture. He's sponsored by Adidas. He's wearing all the cool clothes. He's doing all the new signings. And
not just that, forget he's sponsored by Adidas.
And he's a legend.
He's Arsenal. He is Arsenal. When you talk about Man United, Roy Keane is Man United. Where my Arsenal hatred and all that stuff is linked to Keane. Keane not having in the tunnel, telling, what do you call it? You can't do that. Try and do that to me, bro.
Pick on me.
Yeah.
Pick on me.
What? Keane in the tunnel, knew, bro. I knew we're getting to war. Just imagine, my little young mind, bro. And he's saying to them, look, he's ready to scrap, bro.
Ready to go.
And I'm saying, hold on, that's my leader. And I'm standing behind him. Bun everyone. All you man over there, we're not try and do that. When we get on the pitch, try that shit. Woo!
Yeah. Well, but it's because as well, there's greats, there's cult heroes, there's players of notoriety over the years, but then there's thoroughbred legends, like one of your top 5 captains of all time. Like, do you know what I mean?
We're not
Keane, Robson, Cantona. There's levels.
We're not Man United without Roy Keane. He's the tapestry of what, and especially my era, what I came through and how I really understood when I understood
it's the standards that you uphold of where we're like, but what do you mean? Like, bro, we used to have players like Roy Keane. Don't tell me about this kid in centre mid. That's the standard. Like, bro, we used to have Van Nistelrooy up front. Who's this? We used to have this player. We used to have that level. We had Scholes, bro. What are we doing? Don't tell me about. That's what Man United should be aspiring to.
That's the level. He's again. When you could almost you see when Rio pulled up, and then he's first day of training, and he says, "What do you call it? We you don't do that here. We win here." You knew it was Roy Keane that said that to him. You didn't even need to ask, I wonder who said that to you. Roy Keane pulled up and said, yo, here we win. Wherever he was doing before, you know what I'm saying? You got to do your job.
Got to win trophies. It's Manchester United. Got to win trophies. Big up Roy Keane, man. What a guy.
Could we have a little conversation on McTominay, please?
That's what I was just going to get to just quickly. Talks between West Ham. This is from our guy, Darmesh. Big up Darmesh. He says talks between West Ham and Man United over Maguire and McTominay continue. He did say that West Ham are closer to a compromise on the Maguire fee compared to the McTominay fee. Manchester United are also, from other reports, are trying to get close to 45 million for Scott McTominay. This is divided opinion. Me and Owen spoke about this in the morning, so I'll leave this kind of bit for you because we haven't heard your take on it, where people are saying 60 million for McTominay and Maguire, take it and run. Never going to get better than that. But me and Owen were pushing back, and others were saying, well, hang on a minute. These are our 2 biggest sellable assets, especially McTominay. And West Ham got money to play with. They just sold Scamacca to Atalanta to replace Højlund. They just got Declan Rice money. So don't give me that whole cut price business. This is a guy who's played over 200 times for Man United. He's in his prime. He's homegrown. He's going to be a great replacement for Declan Rice.
He's going to be a wicked replacement.
Yeah. So what are you saying on that fee?
Again, Maguire, I'm happy to do what we need to do with Maguire. You know what I'm saying? He should go. That one settled. Fine. Rubber stamped. The McTominay one, I'm with you, Flex. Again, over 200 something games. He's a full come through the ranks. He's played in big games against big sides. You know what I mean? And one thing you can promise is he's a professional, bro. Talks well, does he's a pro that you would like. Yes, he might have things where you say, he hasn't got this part of his game. But bro, there's captain material there. And that's not me just trying to gas him up. I'm being honest. There is captain material. Unfortunately, it's just not for Man United. He could be like a Phil Neville, where not just because you might not work for United, but for Everton, you'll be just fine. You'll be just right. Actually, Everton actually getting a really good guy for their dressing room. And that's something that can be overlooked sometimes. Scott McTominay will do a really good job at what do you call it, West Ham if he goes there. Even Newcastle, because you're hearing Newcastle are still saying, even though with all the money they got, personality-wise, there's a reason why Scott McTominay has started for every single manager that's come to this club. And as mad as it was, when Casemiro first arrived, our manager couldn't put Casemiro straight into the team. Why? Because Scott's performances were valued. They were
at that time. At that time,
I'm not saying that
for like 4 games,
4 games, whatever. But I'm saying that you'll go down a level, and that's fine.
It'll be
for
fine.
Everybody else, that is totally fine. So I need you to pay top dollar. If other players are, talking about players when Liverpool are selling some of their kids for like, I don't know, 30s to 25 millions, and these kids don't even played at least 10 Premier League games, no starts. This guy has been a part of the fabric. Even if you can say it hasn't been part of what you like or you remember positively with Man United, he's been good. Now, if they don't put in the bid, if they don't do it, I've got no issues with Scott jumping in and helping out. I've got no issues. I don't want to see Scott start every game, but Scott off the bench, absolutely fine. I know one thing I'm going to get from him is absolute hard work. I know that he's going to come on and he's going to put his foot, he's going to get about the pitch and he's going to try. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think people, again, when we're fed up with players, because they have been at the Manchester United level, or, they're in the wrong role at the club, especially that's particularly in McTominay's situation where he started a lot of games, like you said, to come off the bench for 15, 20 and help out and do a job, can do it. But when we're fed up with players, we act like they can't do a job anywhere else. We act like they're not football players. We act like they can't be professional. We act like they can't play in the Prem no more. Do you know what I mean? Like, it gets that crazy. And actually, people don't want to hear it, but the same applies to Maguire. Maguire's level is back to the Leicester thing that he always was. Yeah. That was the mistake. The mistake was taking him up to this.
Yeah.
Left him where he was. That Leicester level. Now, obviously, I know they got relegated, but I mean, that now turns into West Ham, Everton, Palace, Spurs, if you really want. In
Play your lines.
New level. Do you know what I'm saying? It goes to that. That's the level he is. So let's not act like. So when it comes to selling these type of players, you have to change your thinking. That thing of like, he's dead for us and not good for us, allow that now, because you're working on how to get him out and where's his best destination and trying to get some money. And with Scott McTominay, I was saying earlier today, listen, brother, at Newcastle, in the battle ram midfield with Joe Linton and them man and Longstaff and Ramirez and Tonali just running around like lunatics at flipping St. James's Park, bare Geordies with the tops off in the cold, running around with the energy thing.
Yeah.
Would look bloody good there. He's better than Longstaff, all the same. At least he definitely ain't worse. Scott McTominay definitely ain't worse. He's not a downgrade on this new version of Longstaff. You've got to put a bit of respect on Longstaff, because before he was always seen as like dead. But in that Newcastle side with how they play for what they want to do, he does his job.
But Scott
McTominay's better than him. That's what I'm saying.
Easily.
So when we're trying to sell him, let's not be like Scott McTominay should be playing for flipping Preston North End because he can't play in the. No, he's played over 200 games for Man United in some of our biggest games in the last few years.
Quality, man. He's been.
Do you know what I mean?
So I rely on him. I know he can score. I know he's got like.
But we can't rely on him though. It's a problem.
No, I'm not talking about from
that level.
Man, exactly. There's a Man United. Yeah. There's what Man United want to do and what he is. And at the there's a gap in.
There you go.
In what we.
And don't get it twisted. When McTominay leaves, if he does go to West Ham, and Fred's definitely gone, we want to move on from them type of players. But we will need, hence why we're trying to get Sofra and Amrabat, we will need a man who can get around the pitch, win tackle, because that's what you're losing by letting them two go.
Because you put that in Mount though. Mount is giving.
Yeah, Mount can run around. That's what I'm saying. Mount for Fred can run around. That's what I'm saying. So if you lose McTominay, you still need the other midfielders. Still need to be able to.
There you go. The reason why they put passion and desire.
There you go. And again, this isn't. People will watch this and hear the bit that they want to hear. This is the problem with this fan base. trying to keep players who just run around. We've been there under Oli. That's not what we're saying, because we've added Source who can keep the ball, like with Casemiro and Mount, and quality players. Sofram Amrabat again will be an upgrade on McTominay and Fred, the way he keeps the ball and stuff, technically better on the ball. But he also has this. He also has that. I've seen it in my own eyes in the World Cup. I've seen him possessed.
Look at the difference between this. I'm telling you, if I could inject Sancho with some McTominay, just fight and fight.
Yeah, exactly.
I have the player that I'm looking for.
Anthony's one. Even Anthony's running around. If you injected him with that,
but Anthony fights though. Anthony,
that's what I'm saying. So if you injected Sancho with the Anthony thing, as well to run around, you do it. That'd be perfect.
Anthony didn't have the same.
No. I'm saying,
this is what I'm saying. That thing, we hated the term passion and desire because it spoke to Fred and McTominay, because that's who they were, right? Yeah. And they probably didn't have other attributes that we needed, but you need that in every side. There's a reason why the John O'Shea's, and I don't want to disrespect Jason Park, because Jason Park was just balls of energy.
Absolutely.
Fletcher, all these players were around.
Fred is it. You need the man. You know what? We got De Bruyne today. I need you to run around. I need you to do it. In some of our biggest games, Barcelona, Champions League games away, or I know you got sent off that time against PSG, but big games against the top 6 or whatever. There's always been a space for him to do that. Again, the way it goes wrong and it gets a bit pickly where we end up in a situation is because that was our main starting 2 midfielders every game. That's a big issue. That can't happen.
Look at our manager.
From last year, he broke that up.
Oh, no, he's the wildest.
Crazy.
If in this window, if we say bye to Maguire, Fred, and McTominay,
and Van der Beek, he's going as well.
Oh, Donny is a goner. Donny, he done it. And this is the one time that he didn't lie. He said, listen, if he can't get it done here, we just got to sell him. Remember, that was what he was saying in the presser. He was like, raw. That's supposed to be your son. You know what I mean? But he didn't care. I like the way this manager's moved. This manager's literally changing everything. And this is in 2 seasons. Under situations with the Glazers.
And it's not even 2 seasons, it's 1 season and then just one other window. We haven't even started the new season yet.
Mad.
This is only 1 season he's had, and this is what he's done. 1 season, 2 windows. And this window's not even done yet.
And I tell you, even because the Glazers are trash, but even you have to understand this guy's gonna get work done. You see Murto walking around, he's got a little smile on, and he's come. Murto knows he's doing his job in it. In terms of, some people say, he's not doing his job good enough. Well, there has been a difference in terms of players have got in earlier than before. We're not scrambling, and these are really the manager's targets. When you say the manager wants these players, the only player that we missed out on, we can really say, is Kim Min-jae. We were too slow to that party. But then in terms of Mason Mount, #1 target in. Højlund, we know he's a super target because we didn't really chase Kane the way we needed to. Højlund, #1 target. Who else we brought in recently?
Martinez?
Well, Martinez.
It wasn't #1
Martinez. Martinez and Anthony. When Anthony, we said, listen, you lot make Anthony happen, because and we had to break the bank.
Yeah, we had to pay stupid money for him.
Well, they're listening to it. The one thing we can say is our manager's feet is
he's in control.
The table.
He's in control. Basically, them things where I remember when we were in that process of we were talking to Ten Hag and all the news was breaking, and it was things that are holding up the deal kind of thing or whatever, is that Ten Hag wants assurances of X and Y, and it was all these things about in control of the academy, transfers. He wants assurances that he has a say in X, Y, Z. And you can really see that transpiring into the types of look at Tor compared to last year. Look at the transfers compared to before. Look at the type of player that we're getting compared to before. Look at the exits. Look at the decisions that have been made with the senior squad. Big man, them not playing no more or already gone. Ronaldo. Look at Sancho, had to clear off, go, see you later, sent him to reset. Look at Maguire now, what's going on there? Look at Fred and McTominay. It's been across the board, bro. Straight up. So them
He
things there,
is
what we saw, that's
ruthless.
it's happening.
Our
Yeah,
manager
it's happening.
is ruthless.
Yeah.
I never knew was getting this. This is one thing that I'm surprised by, like, because I am intrigued. Even like Chelsea bought in Pochettino. I'm intrigued to see what that looks like. I mean,
Laurie Whitwell, just quickly,
go
as at the time of recording this, it says Eric Ten Hag would ideally like to keep hold of Scott McTominay, and that goes into what you're saying because he is the perfect player off the bench for, you know, he would use him in certain games. He would definitely use him. But an offer of more than 40 million would be accepted. And to be fair, we have to take that. And you go and get a different profile of player. Harry Maguire's situation is more open and talks are ongoing with West Ham, says Laurie Whitwell. So again, just to reiterate, Eric Ten Hag would ideally like to keep Scott, but an offer of more than 40 million would be accepted.
Well, they put their price tag now, which is good. Now you don't know what to do. It only takes, how much did they offer the first time? 30 million?
30
10
yeah.
more, lads. You know what's so crazy? We definitely did offer. Declan Rice did totally choose Arsenal over us because these are the two players that we offered, and Declan was like, "Nah, I'm getting Arsenal." Whatever Arteta said, whatever the letter looked like, he wanted to write it as well because we've literally, these are the two players we offered, and now these are the two players they're going to buy potentially from us. So
I remember we rejected the bid as well, the 30 million bid for Scott McTominay.
Yeah,
we value him at 40.
This is, man, I like it. Still, I hope he ends up I hope they both.
Because we never do this, do we? We always just take the first offer that comes. We always complain. Nah, man, why can't we get no things for the players, bro? Like, we don't, where's our P's for our players? Like, and here we are with Scott McTominay, who's our biggest asset this summer. You can say, oh, look at Man United, their biggest asset is Scott McTominay. Oh, what a mess. You can say all that. Yeah, fine. But the fact of the matter is the way we can raise the most money from this window, it's Scott McTominay. It's not Martial, who's going to bloody buy him. It's not McTominay. Yeah, that's 15. That's what I'm saying. You can't get much more than that. Fred, you can't get much more than a 15, 20. Dean Henderson, you can't get much more than a 20. And even that looks like a loan with obligation to buy. Who else is there? Brandon Williams ain't going to get that much. Flipping Tellez went for peanuts. Bailly's going to go for like 2 million. Zidane Iqbal didn't even get 1 million. You know what I mean? So, like, when you look at McTominay and Maguire, they're our biggest assets available. That's where the chunk of this extra war kitty that you've been talking about, we need to access.
See my war
but this is what we always knew. It's the player sales that needed to happen to top up the money. But
I've already bought in 4. How many players have I bought in? I bought in Onana.
I think you said 5.
I've already bought in I bought in 4 players already, bro. This is getting serious. My war kitty hasn't even started kittying yet because now I'm about to make some big sales. Yeah.
But this is where the money's going to come from. These 2 sales are really important because this is the chunk of the extra money. So if you are Man United, and again, you're dealing with West Ham, who got P's, serious P's,
million bad in their pockets.
They got it there. Now, obviously, with add-ons. That was the whole point with Arsenal why it took long because they wanted it over 2 and not over 4. So you don't know how much they've got now. They might have half of it now, whatever. But they can commit to paying it. Because just pass the add-ons through to us. Yeah, we give you 30 now, we give you 10 next year when the next piece drops in from Arsenal, whatever. Not our problem, but that's what negotiations are. So let's not act like these 2 ain't going to get us the majority of our next kind of mini budget to spend. We need it. So be patient. Let the club, let Murto do his thing and say, 30 million. Just because they're deemed not good enough for Man United, you're getting a bloody good player for your level. And you got peased. And we don't sell good, so we're changing that. Damn right. Hold out for 40 million. Maguire, even if it is an extra 5 million, I'd like an extra 10. But if it's going to be an extra 5, 35. Then so be it. And then the whole package then for the 2 players is what? 40 plus the 30. See what I'm saying? Light 70.
How much have you spent this season?
I would say about 150 odd.
And then after, when we bring in these, what do you call it? The net spend will be nicer. This will be good.
Yeah, because right now, as it stands now, we've let Tellez went for peanuts.
Tellez went for like, what, 5 million?
Alanga went for 15. So we've probably made about 7 or something like that, I think. I can't even remember. Let's just say we've made, with Alanga's 15 plus whatever Tellez is, plus whatever Zidane was just under $1 million.
Zidane went for you
700 something. Yeah, it's mad. Yeah, exactly. That's what he went for. Plus we got a sell-on thing. So let's say we made 20.
Oh, then we make some money off what's his name as well, the young kid that used to play for us, went to Birmingham.
Oh, Chong. Yeah, Chong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he made a light. We got like some
Probably a little
add-on.
change.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a
So
light.
let's just say overall we've made like 20. But
Yeah.
we spent like 150. So really we spent what 130 odd. If you
Yeah.
take. Yeah. So that was always what basically Laurie. Remember during the season, it was like Man United's thing is going to be 130 odd million plus player sales. Now we've used up what we could actually afford in Onana, Mount, and Hoyland.
Yeah.
And now we're into the bit of sell to buy. But we've got assets there. When you add it all up,
assets.
there you go. And they're not the best of the bunch, but in terms of what we've got, Maguire and McTominay are our biggest assets. So we need to get it right. Because when they leave, bro, I'll tell you now why we have to do it. Because as soon as they leave the door, everyone's gonna go, Wagwan for Amrabat, Wagwan for Todibo. What's going on with another strike? They're gonna ask for the players. And then when the P's ain't there, because we know the situation we're in, we can go back to the Glazers all we like. We know why we're in this situation. The Glazers. We have to talk. We know there's no point going back to that. We know what we're up against and how we need to raise cash. Yeah. So to raise cash, bro, get the sales spot on. Do the sales properly. That's what I'm on. Because you're going to want Amrabat, and Amrabat's going to cost 25 plus add-ons probably. You're going to want this Todibo kid, you know what I mean, from Nice. So
how
Jim's
much
team.
How much are you saying he's worth? Or
I don't know. Probably a 25, 30.
Yeah.
Surely.
I like this 20 to 30 million player thing that we're doing.
Exactly. That's the way. So yeah, that's it on McTominay and Maguire. Another bit of breaking news that happened earlier this afternoon, not long ago, from Laurie Whitwell, was Harry Kane is leaning towards staying at Tottenham this season. It's from Laurie, our guy. Bayern and Spurs are still apart on the fee. Kane doesn't want to move after the Premier League campaign starts. He's enjoying life under Ange Postecoglou. Postecoglou. And raises the prospect of a free agency in 2024. Also, David Ornstein said earlier today as well regarding Kane. He said that he said that talks between Bayern Munich and Tottenham for Harry Kane continued on Monday night. As things stand, there remains a gap in their valuations. The 30-year-old is currently leaning towards staying with Tottenham, but Bayern interest is ongoing. So, look, Bayern are still pushing. Listen, I said he wouldn't move. I still think he won't move. Yeah, get him on a free next year. But I think that Harry Kane is equally, capable of being so rash that if Spurs just start all right under my man, and say it gets to January and they're just doing quite all right, you know, those Spurs sometimes have them think, sign a new deal.
He's never going to sign a new deal.
Do you think?
No,
I hope not. I hope not. But I can't say you never.
That man stole a treble from him, bro. Because there's no way he wouldn't have done what he does at that City side. In the City side, he would have. In that City side, he easily would have won a treble. And it's like they offered the good money. He said, "What they? I don't know, 100 million." Remember, he was talking about what he thinks it could be. They would have offered 100 million. They paid 100 million for Grealish. They would have given 100 million for Kane. They didn't let him have that.
No, they did last time. They did give 100 million.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They done he's like, this is reasonable. Like he realized 100 million for Spurs is good money. They didn't want to do it. He's stuck there, and now he knows that no matter what, I can't trust you lot. Gentleman's agreement. Now Bayern, all these big clubs are in for me and stuff. And don't get twisted. If the club accepted, he'd kind of consider the Bayern deal because he is interested in Bayern in somewhat way.
Well,
right?
the talks still continue.
Yeah, this is it. So now it's like, mate, you lot are mugging me off. Like, we're not going anywhere. We're Spurs. You know what I mean? I've given my best years to you guys. Allow me to have some success. Spurs fans want to see Kane achieve something and win a trophy. Now I'm just languishing here. So you think I'm going to sign another contract and hope that you'll let me leave sometime? Absolutely not. Taking the power of your hands, I'm gone. I'm going to tie this. I'm going to see this one down. Going to sign the biggest signing on fee, and I'm going to go wherever I want. And guys, listen, the list is long. You think that I can pull up anywhere because I'm Harry Kane. Now, Spurs have put themselves in a very precarious situation because he could end up anywhere. Bro, he could sign for Liverpool. This is how mad it is. He could sign for Liverpool, sign for Arsenal. He wouldn't. I know people saying he wouldn't, but he could. He could sign. And remember, let's not forget this. These players, yeah, they think of their families. Wait, so I could sign for a club, yeah, and not move house.
Man.
I could, bro. My kids, he just had another child, I think, or something like that. Like everything's crazy. I could literally not have to change anything about my children's lives. We're staying in London. Chelsea. There's 2 clubs in London that he could play for, and one that are serious now. They're looking serious in it. And you can say Arsenal, like it or not, they're hoping to be in the title race this season.
Yeah, that's their aim. Yeah.
Boy, if I talk to my wife and she says, and all my wife needs to say to me is, well, look, listen, you want to be loyal, but look at David De Gea. Look, where's his loyalty? You got him. He's at home watching Ted Lasso, fam. That's a married man. So
do you think Ted Lasso? Do you think he watches it and goes, "Oh, that's the guy. He's in United View. I've seen him in the mix zones and that."
Also.
He's watching Anime and Ted Lasso, man.
I love him, man. Yeah. But yeah, he's right now. I don't think that we put too much energy on this player loyalty thing, and it means nothing. If it gets to when it ends. When the rubber hits the road, the same thing that let Rafa Benitez pull up in Everton.
That one was crazy. Yeah, that was bad.
Anything is possible, bro. The same thing that allows, I don't know, who's played for Real Madrid and who's done the Real Madrid and Barcelona one?
Who's played for both?
A few.
Luis Figo.
Figo. He's not the only one that's done that, though.
Ronaldo.
There you go. That's mad.
Who else has played for both?
You let us know in the chat as well. But there's a few of them, and that's a snaky move. And if these things happen, and with the money that's going to be offered, bro, it's a real decision. If I'm Spurs, I accept that buy-in deal, or wait for Man United to make this money on McTominay and Maguire. And we might just put a hat in and say, "Yo, imagine Højlund and Kane, Højlund and Kane, and a broken Martial." I'm ready to go.
Just for support.
Broken Martial helping out. Oh, you're mad. I'm ready. We're ready to go.
Yeah, no, listen, I wanted Kane so bad, man. So bad. Be interesting to see what Kane's like at the end of the season. For me, it'd be exactly the same. I don't see him getting any worse. Still going to score 20 to 30 goals this year. Easy with his eyes closed.
That one does
100%. Easy. Yeah, he can play to his 35, 36 at that level. Easy.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've invested into the young kid, and maybe we will get our plan of what we always wanted next year, which was to have Højlund and Kane. Which would be insane if it happens. But there's a long way to go for that. But it does show, though. It does show with how long it's taken with Bayern and that. It does show why we just stayed clear and didn't want to play no games with Daniel Levy. And although the only thing I was annoyed at, I was saying just put down a bid at least. Just put it in for a week or two so it gives Harry Kane some leverage. But we didn't even opt to do that. So I said we must, for paying the money we paid for Højlund, clearly, 100 million euros hasn't been enough to get them to accept. So we would have been in a roughly around the same kind of boat, putting down 100.
I like how we done it. It would have created a bidding war. We need to see that.
Yeah,
they're very close. They're considering. Once you get into consideration settings, now you pull up. Man United getting involved now. They have 2 teams fighting it out. You'll never get that player out. It's like that situation with the takeover for us. Well, there's so many people bidding. It's like, oh, sugar, like it's not helping the situation. Now, when you now leave it and you're in a position where, I don't know, there's no one else, and then you come at the last minute and say, hey guys, what if you 5 more million than they was going to offer? You have to consider that. Absolutely. 5, 6, and then because you're already willing to sell, don't cut off your nose to spite your face. That's the don't cut off your nose to spite your face. Take this money, rebuild your team. You already considered it already. Now we're past that. We're past rival and this, that, and the other. People sell to rivals all the time. Take this money, run.
But like I said, he's going to be in a massive position of power. Well, he already is in that position of power.
He's
got a big signing on fee for whoever he signs for at the end of next season if he doesn't sign a new deal. And like you said, it'd be stupid to, because all that will happen by signing a new deal is it will just give the power back to Daniel Levy and Tottenham to start rejecting bids for him and shit like that if he wants to leave.
He's finished
Forever. So he may as well just let it run down, and then if he was going to sign a new deal, not that he would, do it at the end of that season where he looks at all his options and says, "Okay, I want to stay at Spurs. Give me a 6 year, and I'll just retire here." But
there you go.
I don't think he's going to do that.
One thing that is guaranteed is big wages. He's guaranteed because now no one's paying a big fee for him. What was we can cover that in the wages. Yeah, are you with me? So
yeah,
you'll be foolish. He's in such a great position right now. See it out.
Yeah, just quickly. I know it's a bit off topic, but Marcus Rashford has got a new signature boot on the way. His first.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Nice. I'm going to send it to you. I'll just send it to you now very quickly.
The Rashy
I said the Rashy 4s straight away. I said the Rashy 4s. I'm here for it. Retro's coming like the Jordans. What are you saying? You liking them?
They're nice. They look like that trainer that he what's that trainer called? You know as well. That knit type black trainer with the air bubble.
The which one?
They're like a black knit. Imagine that same shoe, yeah.
Flyknit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remind me of those. Yeah, man.
Yeah. Well, basically the upper is that on a vapor. Yeah, it's like a Flyknit thing.
That's
got
nice,
some words of encouragement around there.
Rashy.
On the upper, the features a slogan says, "When you believe in yourself, anything is possible." Wrapped around it.
300.
The Rashy 4s.
The Rashy 4s. I like those though.
Yeah, they were right. They're nice.
I like those.
Bright,
they're nice. Yeah, man.
Get them at our level, they just get mashed up. Though. You know, you get white boots. I never wore white boots.
Never.
Mash up to thing.
But I
like bright coloured boots.
White though. Is it going to be in the white ones?
Yeah, of course. They're in the white ones now. The latest
white
are white and red.
You're going to play in other colours. All right, cool.
Nah, signature. You got to wear that until a new colour comes out. Fam.
Hey, go on, Rashy, man. Yeah. Well done, Rashford, fam. He's had a wicked story, bro. I'm so proud of Rashford. When you talk about players coming through the ranks, keeping their head on the ground, keeping their head on their shoulders, and just being a pro. He's done that. Yes, he's had some tough times, and that happens in football. But bro, look what he's done. Look what he's achieved. The guy is he's done well. I'm very, very proud of Rashford.
It's a massive. I echo that. And this season is just so big because this is the season that we want to see him double up. You know,
he'll be fine.
It doesn't have to be 30 goals again, but it has to be productive.
We want 30 goals. We want 25 to 30. That should be the standard. Again, if you're on Mohamed Salah wages and stuff like that, you gotta give us those kind of. We need to be the main man here, and he is. He's the big dog on campus. So we're expecting big dog moments from you where you can pull us out and get a talisman. Rashy has to be our talisman going into next season. That's why,
especially because he's going to start the season as the striker as well. He's going to start there. Rasmus Højlund has had no preseason with Man United, and he's got this minor injury, so he's going to be at least a few weeks away from even getting training. We're not going to see him. No. And even if he was going to be ready for that, what kind of game is that to put him in first? Not even ready. So
I'm excited about it though.
Oh, I can't wait! I can't wait to just have a look and see what we've got for this. I mean, I know he's very highly tipped and stuff like that, but we haven't watched an awful lot of him. Let's be honest. So I'm excited to see what he's going to offer because there's a lot of pressure.
Hopefully, it unlocks Jadon Sancho. That's what everyone's hoping in this world.
I just don't know where.
You don't see this.
I hope so. I just don't know. This is what I keep saying. I was saying it yesterday on Twitter. I'm like, when does Jadon get that run? Think about it. No, well, look. Think about it this way. Yeah, as an option, we know that Eric might not mind him playing as a 10/9. Yeah. On the left, it's like
horrid 10, good 9.
But when he gets Højlund fit, that'll be Rashy back to the left with Garnacho chomping at the bit to be on the left. Fair enough. On the right, it's Anthony's position, and when he doesn't play, no one takes it. And Jadon on the right, it's all right, but it's not.
Kundo, I'd prefer for Kundo.
There you go. And he's potentially going to go out on loan. There's reports of that today as well. Bologna, I think, talking about him as well. In the number 10, Bruno's there. Mount is there. We don't play like 110 now. We play 2-8s. I just don't know where this run of games / play in that position is going to come from this year. I think he's just going to start the odd game here or there, but come on as a substitute. And Sancho as an impact sub doesn't work really as well. He's not that sort of guy. I'm very intrigued to see what type of season Jadon has. I've got one last hurrah, one last hope. I just don't know. Garnacho is the guy who's going to start the season on the left, I would have thought. Unless, you know what, Eric can throw in curveballs all the time, might start Sancho on the left. But Rashi's starting up front against Wolves. We have no other striker.
More part of his plans than he's ever been before. Sancho played in the what's the last game that we had?
Yeah,
not the one against Lens. He came in early against them. Off the bench.
Yeah, he came in off the bench. Yeah,
remember, it was supposed
he was terrible.
Look at his main; he was terrible, right?
Yeah,
I'm saying that
he had a good preseason.
He keeps bringing him in. He's brought him in a lot more. Sancho's seen more minutes than I expected, so he's trying his.
Has he though? Has he?
He's tried his hardest.
First team player, and we ain't had a striker on tour, bro.
No, but
Martial wasn't there
with him. He's trying it like right now. He's actually trying with Sancho because he could have played Rashi in that position from the beginning. And he didn't.
Rashi weren't there yet at the beginning. When we went to bloody Norway, he wasn't there.
Yeah. But then when the going got... I swear he had Rashford actually when he's...
That's what I'm saying. It's all to do with who came back, bro. It's not
there.
Like we're looking at it like, oh, yeah, look, he played all these games in the centre. Let's not get it twisted, bro. In the Premier League, when we got to win points, he ain't playing Sancho up front. And when Højlund gets fit, he's playing there. And Rashi's going to go back to the left. Like you said, Rashi's the main guy. And as we can see, Garnacho is ahead of Sancho now on the left. He is.
He was ahead of him from last season, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So where is that? What I'm asking is, right now, where really?
Right hand side.
Really?
We know
when?
Facundo. Why we want to keep Facundo? Well, him and
but he's not going to. When?
Well, there's only one. There's Elanga's gone. There's not. Who's on the right hand side?
It's Sancho. What you're saying? So what? Right. So what I'm saying is he's back up. He's back up in every department. So where are all these starts coming from?
But
how many starts are going to make this year?
15.
I'm saying 15 in the Prem.
Not in the Prem.
All comps.
All comps.
How many Premier League games do you think he's going to start out of 38?
By then after injuries and that.
No, just forget. Just
if it's value. It's looking kind of Maguire still.
But this is what I mean. I don't want it to do that for Jadon. This is not a banner thing. But when you deep it, bro, this thing of like he's done amazing. Oh, this extra option can play in the 9. Yeah. Oh, he looks sharp. When's he going to play?
But it all depends on Sancho. All of this, you can change this, bro. If he plays better,
he's got a season opportunity. When he gets given something, he's got to.
It's not even hard. This is what we're talking about. It's not hard. Anthony is. I like, and this is the funny thing. Someone in the thing was talking and saying that I don't give Anthony a fair crack of the whip. I love Anthony.
Yeah, you're the worst.
Like,
you're the opposite.
I looked at that comment and I almost responded saying, "This is trash.
It's me. I'm the one who's on to
This is the worst take ever." Like, I love Anthony. After I met him and interviewed him, we done the spin together. Just became my guy, literally immediately. So there's a lot that I would just allow for Anthony. But I'm being honest with you and can say he's not the main guy yet. The right hand side,
but he is the main guy on the right though.
He can. No, I'm saying that as in it's not hard to dislodge him if you're.
Yeah, if you do. Sancho. Yeah. Because the way Facundo's been moving, we're going where else?
Oh, like all you got to do is do what Anthony doesn't do, and that's take on the man, get the ball into the box,
and don't lose the ball all the time.
Doesn't lose it all the time. He
not all the time, but Facundo's really safe with the ball. Really,
he does
like he don't do no mad crazy flicks trying to think. He just stay in his lane, set, move into space, be direct. Pass it properly at the right time. He has more traits of how to do things.
But then Anthony's more, what do you call it?
But Anthony's got a high ceiling of ability.
Yeah, and he can be just more effective than Facundo. Even I like Facundo's,
yeah.
But it's like you only watched him play the 90 minutes. He's kind of fizzling in and out and stuff. And Anthony's similar to that, but you feel like
I was going to say Anthony's not too dissimilar from
you feel
that,
like
bro.
you can get a bit more from Anthony. There's more in there. Do you know what I'm saying? There is. Now, Jaden, all I got, show me some of that Dortmund energy, bro. Show me the reason why we said that you wanted the number 7 shirt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just show me some of that. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, big up everyone for watching Flex KG show, hour long, back to normal. You know what I'm saying? We're back in the country. And it's the lead up to the beginning of the Premier League season, man. This is it. Hopefully we get some more transfers.
Are we going to get 3 points? Bro, we haven't predicted if we're going to get 3 points on the...
We'll see each other before... Oh, no, we won't.
You won't?
Yeah, we'll beat Wolves first day of the season. I think... Oh, by the way, Wolves, actually, Simon Stone, our guy, in the last... Earlier on today was saying... talks accelerating quite fast. Lopetegui could exit Wolves. They could have a new manager, which I know you talk about new manager bounce, but actually that's terrible. A week before the season, there's no preseason. They sold Raul Jimenez. They got rid of Neves. Jan Moutinho's gone. They're in a real bad place. Actually, Wolves really bad. Ain't got striker in. I know. Well, remember they struggled last year. Lopetegui just came in and kind of steadied the ship a bit. They were terrible last year. So they're in a bad position. So we should be beating Wolves in the state they're in at home, first game of the season.
Hopefully.
I mean, if we don't, serious questions need to be answered. So yeah.
No, you're not answering serious questions, bro. Don't be Curtis, bro.
I said yes. What do you mean?
I'm saying serious questions. Bro, we don't beat them.
Serious questions need to be asked if we don't beat Wolves at home. It's true.
What serious questions you asked at the beginning of the season, bro?
Like, how on earth are you losing to these man or not beating these man when they ain't even got a striker and barely just got a manager and ain't even had a preseason? How's that happened?
Bro,
that's the questions.
Serious questions, man. Just we move.
What do you mean?
It's gonna be next game we move.
What if we lose at home to Wolves? First day of the season, no manager.
Ask the serious questions at the beginning of the season. Hey, I know it's not
a year's development as well. Year's development under the manager. New man, Onana playing, sweeper keeper, Mason Mount running around.
Chipped as well. If he gets chipped in this, because I don't want to see him in the net looking all.
I'm telling you, bro,
he's in the Crawford net, fam. You know the Crawford. You know the Crawford.
Yeah. Bro, you need detangler spray, bro, to get out the thing, bro. It's peak. Like if you get lobbed, you want to get lobbed where you do the swipe and you go, oh fuck's sake. You don't want to end up in the net, man. It's a big diss, bro.
Pulling up your socks.
It's crazy. No. Like the sock one's mad as well because they haven't even gone down that much. You just what you're doing is you're deflected.
Yeah,
like players do it all the time. Like if you make a bad foul,
they do that one, they kick it in that cross.
Nothing to really look at, bro. Pulling up, you pull off the little like bits of the mud on the bottom of the studs, bro. This is a carpet, bro. There's nothing under there, bro. You're not doing Sunday League.
Everyone's pitch is brilliant. Grassman has been grassman. Yeah, don't look down.
Bro, that was the only preseason game they'd been at Old Trafford. It was a carpet. There's nothing to look at, bro. There's no point pulling up the socks, bro. Do you know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. So yeah.
All right, cool.
Anyway, take care, guys. We'll see you all again very, very soon. Smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let us know about all the things we've spoken about as well. Get your comments in. Peace.
Hi.